Ever wonder which country houses the highest point on Earth? Well, nestled between the vast plains of India and the snowy heights of China, there lies a small yet mighty nation that holds this remarkable distinction. This is Nepal, the home of the formidable Mount Everest. Towering at a staggering height of 29,029 feet, this majestic peak reigns supreme as the world's highest point. It's a place where the air is thin, the winds are fierce, and the views breathtakingly surreal. But don't be fooled into thinking Nepal is all about towering peaks and chilling cold, because the country's geography is as diverse as it is dramatic. From the dizzying heights of the Himalayas, the landscape cascades down through hilly midlands all the way to the steamy plains of the Terai region. The transition from ice-capped heights to subtropical lowlands, all within a span of about 150 miles, is what makes Nepal's terrain so fascinatingly diverse. Now imagine for a moment the journey of a river born in these icy heights. It courses down the mountains, through valleys and gorges, nurturing life along its path, until it finally merges with the warm waters of the plains. This journey is a testament to the country's diverse ecosystems, each with its own unique flora and fauna. From the elusive snow leopard in the Himalayas to the majestic Bengal tiger in the Terai, Nepal is a haven for nature lovers and wildlife enthusiasts. But it's not just the geography that's intriguing. The country's location at the crossroads of Asia has given rise to a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions. It's a place where ancient Buddhist monasteries stand side by side with Hindu temples, where colorful festivals mark the passage of seasons, and where stories of gods and goddesses are woven into the fabric of everyday life. So the roof of the world, as it turns out, is right here in Nepal. It's a place that truly embodies the spirit of diversity and resilience, a testament to the power of nature and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating world that is Nepal. Can you guess the only country in the world without a rectangular flag? That's right, it's Nepal. The Nepalese flag, with its unique double pennant design, shuns the typical rectangular format that most countries adhere to. Instead, it opts for two triangles stacked on top of each other, akin to pennants fluttering in the Himalayan winds. The sun and the moon emblazoned on the flag symbolize the nation's desire to last as long as these celestial bodies. The flag's crimson red represents the country's national flower, the rhododendron, while the border of blue symbolizes peace. This design is a bold statement of Nepal's fierce spirit of independence, a refusal to conform to the norm, much like its rugged and lofty landscapes. The flag is a testament to Nepal's rich cultural heritage and distinctive identity, a symbol that the Nepalese take great pride in. Indeed, Nepal stands out not just in geography, but in its national symbol as well. Did you know the one who enlightened the world was born in Nepal? This is not just a statement, but a testament to the rich and diverse cultural heritage of this small yet spiritually abundant nation. Tucked away in the Terai plains of southern Nepal is Lumbini, the sacred birthplace of Siddhartha Gautama, better known as Buddha. The name Lumbini translates to the lovely, and it's not hard to see why. This serene location is steeped in tranquility and embodiment of Buddha's teachings of peace and mindfulness. Lumbini is more than just a birthplace. It is a pilgrimage site, a beacon for millions who follow the path of Buddhism, drawing seekers from around the globe to its sacred grounds. It's a place where one can experience an overwhelming sense of peace and harmony, aligning with Buddha's teachings of inner tranquility. The influence of Buddhism in Nepal is profound and far-reaching. It shapes the nation's culture, traditions, and way of life. Buddhism's principles of non-violence, compassion, and mindfulness are deeply embedded in the Nepalese way of life. The air is filled with the resonance of Buddhist chants, while prayer flags fluttering in the wind spread goodwill and compassion in all directions. Buddha's teachings have not only shaped the spiritual fabric of Nepal, but have also contributed to its rich cultural tapestry. The country's art, architecture, and literature are heavily influenced by Buddhist symbolism and philosophy. Stupas, monasteries, and Buddha statues are common sights, standing as silent witnesses to the country's Buddhist lineage. But it's not just about the physical manifestations. The essence of Buddhism is also reflected in the Nepalese people's demeanor. Their kindness, their hospitality, their respect for all forms of life echo Buddha's teachings. Their lives, like the prayer wheels, are a constant cycle of giving, receiving and letting go, mirroring the Buddhist belief in karma and reincarnation. Thus, Nepal, a small nation, gave birth to a philosophy that would change the world. A philosophy that continues to resonate in the hearts of millions, guiding them towards a path of peace, compassion and self-realization. How many languages do you think are spoken in a country the size of Nepal? If you're thinking 10, 20 or even 50, prepare to be astounded. The linguistic diversity in this relatively small nation is mind-boggling. With more than 123 languages spoken, Nepal is a veritable mosaic of tongues, each with its distinct sound, structure and rhythm. Now you may wonder, how does a country the size of Nepal, nestled in the crook of the Himalayas, come to host such an array of languages? The answer lies in its rich cultural diversity. Nepal is home to numerous ethnic groups, each with its unique traditions, customs and yes, languages. From the Tamangs in the hills to the Tharus in the Terai Plains, from the Nuars in Kathmandu Valley to the Sherpas in the high Himalayas, each community adds a distinct linguistic hue to Nepal's vibrant cultural tapestry. In this land of languages, you may hear the melodious tones of Nepali, the official language, resonating in the bustling streets of Kathmandu. But venture out into the remote valleys and highland pastures and you'll encounter languages like Limbu, Rai or Gurung, each echoing the rhythm of the mountains and valleys they've thrived in for centuries. And it doesn't stop there. Every dialect, every regional variation tells a story. They speak of migration routes, of ancient trade connections, of shared histories and divergent paths. They reveal intricacies of social structure, of beliefs, of worldviews shaped by the land and its many moods. They are, in essence, living, breathing chronicles of the country's rich and varied past. In many ways, the linguistic diversity of Nepal is a testament to its cultural wealth. It's a reminder that even in a small corner of the world, human creativity and adaptability know no bounds. It's a celebration of difference, of distinctiveness, of the myriad ways in which we as humans express our thoughts, our emotions, our dreams. In Nepal, it's true to say that language is as diverse as its landscape. Ever heard of a country that worships a living goddess? Welcome to Nepal, where the extraordinary is woven into the fabric of everyday life. One of these fascinating traditions is the veneration of the Kumari, or living goddess. This is no mere figure of speech. The Kumari is a real prepubescent girl selected through an intricate process to serve as the country's spiritual icon. The Kumari tradition is a symbol of the unique blend of Hinduism and Buddhism that characterizes Nepal's spiritual landscape. This practice, believed to date back to the 17th century, involves the selection of a young girl from the Shakya caste of the newer community. The chosen one must meet a series of rigorous physical and psychological tests, including the 32 perfections, which range from the color of her eyes to the sound of her voice. Once chosen, the girl's life changes dramatically. She moves into the Kumari Gar, a beautiful palace in Kathmandu, where she is worshipped and taken care of by specially appointed caretakers. Although she's allowed to have visitors, her interactions with the outside world are limited. She emerges from her residence only for religious ceremonies and festivals, where she's carried in a golden palanquin, her feet never touching the ground. However, the life of a Kumari is not eternal. With the first signs of puberty, the girl returns to a normal life, and the search for a new Kumari begins. Some believe that marrying a former Kumari brings bad luck, making the transition back into everyday life challenging for these young girls. Despite the controversies, the tradition of the Kumari continues to hold a special place in the hearts of the Nepalese people. It's a fascinating glimpse into a culture where the divine is not confined to the heavens but walks among the mortal beings. In the heart of Kathmandu, a living goddess dwells, adding to the mystical charm of Nepal. This is a country where the extraordinary lives side by side with the everyday, where ancient traditions continue to thrive in the modern world. Indeed, there's no place quite like Nepal. So, what makes Nepal special? This question sparks a myriad of fascinating answers. The country's geographical uniqueness is undeniable. Being home to the highest peak on Earth, Mount Everest, it's a testament to the sheer power and beauty of nature. Then there's the national flag. Unlike any other, it's non-rectangular, a design steeped in tradition and symbolism. And who could forget Nepal's spiritual significance? Here in the tranquil town of Lumbini, Buddha took his first breath, leaving an indelible mark on the world's spiritual landscape. Equally impressive is the country's linguistic diversity. With over 100 languages spoken, it's a vibrant tapestry of cultures and communities. Lastly, the tradition of the Kumari, the living goddess, is an awe-inspiring testament to the country's rich religious heritage. It's a unique practice that captures the heart and soul of Nepal's people. Nepal, a small country with a big heart and an even bigger story to tell.